Hey everybody, Asher here, back with some more Hearthstone, where today we're taking a hop off of the standard rank ladder for just a little bit to look at Soma's one-turn kill Priest. Wow, I can't even talk today. This is a fun deck where really what it boils down to is one of my favorite cards that I've never actually crafted myself until reading this deck, where I finally was like, screw it, I have some dust around. Let's make a deck that's more interesting to play than kind of the same old here. Prophet Velen, which doubles healing, damage and healing of your spells and hero power. So this is an old archetype. You'll know that there's kind of two schools of thought for one-turn kill Priest. The spell power variant, which uses Velen, and the Inner Fire whatever combo, which is Inner Fire and... why am I forgetting the names of these when it's not even Divine Spirit? But we're not doing that one. We're going with spells. So to that end, we do have some spell power with some Drake. There's actually a lot of one-offs here, because the idea for this deck is that this is very much a ladder climbing deck. So there's some tech to suit it, including Harrison Jones, including Excavated Evil, Holy Nova, which you can combo with Wild Pyromancer, and including all that with Alkanai, Soul Priest, and Circle of Healing. So lots of early game board clears. It plays a lot like current Control Priest. The difference is the win condition. You do have some things that combo very well with Prophet Velen, including the improved hero power, including Emperor Thorician being able to discount the cost of cards. So in some matchups, you're going to want your flash heal just to heal yourself or to nuke somebody else's minion. Sometimes you'll want it to go face. Mind Blast can go face. Embrace the Shadow, also good in a pinch if you just don't want to necessarily stuff something into an Alkanai turn. But that's enough about the deck. Let's go ahead, play, see how it rolls.
The light shall bring victory. Light smiles upon the just.
Alright, it's always fun when it's a mirror match in non-ranked mode. I have a sneaking suspicion that I'm playing against the same list that I'm playing for, considering that this is a... this was posted on the Hearthstone, or competitive Hearthstone subreddit today. So we'll see. Now, this doesn't run any pains. So that's always going to be a little interesting. But we do run Northshire Cleric. So if he wants to double up on the heals, we can heal together and be the very best of friends. Or he can just Shadow Word Pain me. That makes me a little sad. Well, at least we know we're not running the same list now, right? Holy Smite could be good. At least this will let me get some card draw out. Now Harrison's pretty useless here, but once again we can just get our own... Big thing is a lot of classes you've just got to struggle to survive through the early game, but at least here seems like we're okay. So would you like a nice steady diet of loot hoarders? Because we got them. At least for this way, I'm keeping up with the Joneses here in card draw land. Your egos are eternal. How cute. Alright, how do we want to clear this board? Unfortunately, we don't have Pyromancer, so that's not really going to work out too well. Well, what I can do here... I hate doing this, but it does kind of feel like a pass turn here. I feel like I should Holy Smite this just to stop the card draw. And we can drop an Alkanai. We're not having to be as concerned about board clear here. And this challenges that just fine. Now, if he gets Prophet Velen from this, I'll be a little amused. Alright, Acolyte of Pain for even more card draw action. It's probably better to do it this way. Excavated Evil, that's alright.
Feel my pain.
Alright, so that way, I mean, he can still heal up, so. But he'll have to spend mana healing, that's the point, right? And there's Power Word Shield. Do we excavated this?
Are you mocking me?
Oh, maybe. Probably. I feel like maybe I can wait one more turn. The question is, how greedy do we want to be with this deck? This is a control matchup, so we're going to need some of our pieces together for bigger plays. Problem is that if I don't excavate it now, he'll be able to heal that back up, which can be a problem. Let's go ahead and do it now. As inefficient as it feels. Definitely not the best value I've seen. But when you think about what other cards are in Dragon Priest, Excavated Evil is not really going to hurt a ton of them. Like, a lot of them have plenty of health.
Just a pinch of vigor.
Right. Once again, shifting shade logic. We don't play bad cards in this deck. So this challenges the board alright. We can drop Thalanos as well.
That belongs in a museum.
Would have been nice to get some of our wild pyros and all that earlier, but we'll just have to save that and see. Like I said, we need to kind of survive until the end game here. Flash heal's alright.
I have no time for games.
That's a good death target as any. And I wouldn't mind playing Azure Drake, but I'd rather combo it if I could. So we'll just restore health. That can be 5 damage in the right circumstances.
I dream and the world.
Okay, we don't have a great way to deal with Ysera, unfortunately. This is where the one-turn kill starts to want to maybe be a one-turn kill. I don't know if that made any sense at all.
A new recipe.
Alright.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Do we drop this or do we just heal up? I think we drop this. We need to fish for cards. We absolutely need to fish for cards. Even if he has Ysera Awakens. He's got so many cards and I've got almost nothing at this point. See, there's some value. 3 for wanting my board with Excavated Evil. That's fine. There's a term for that, and that term is getting owned. Alright, so we have another Excavated Evil upon us. We've just got to draw at this point. Okay, Mind Blast is not awesome here. We can kill this guy ourselves with that, but we don't really want to do that, so... The other key thing is that we gotta just... We're dying, guys. We're actually dying here. Alright, Akanai Circle doesn't really save me very much. I mean, we could do 5, 8. Alright, we might be able to eke this out.
Embrace the void.
I guess the question becomes, who do we want to kill? Do we care more about Deathwing or do we care more about other things? We only run 1 death.
Quickly.
Alright. We'll keep it like that, but we are officially in like lots of trouble here. Look at that dragon value! Well, you know what? I say I've been playing plenty of the N'Zoth Dragon Priest deck, and I do enjoy it. But I don't enjoy being on this side of it. Let's do another one.
The light shall bring victory.
Okay, part of the issue is that if this is Pirate Warrior, I need to keep the Excavated Evil. If this is Control Warrior or Tempo Warrior, that's not very good. But double Flash Heal could be good with Embrace the Shadow. Ugh.
Greetings.
I don't know. I guess my one takeaway from that last Priest game was that when I've never actually played Deathwing in a way where I've been able to revive him with N'Zoth. So he's gotten to live the dream and I have not. So at least I could do him that courtesy. Let's see if black is actually here. There we go. So we're doing the new we're doing the new Whispers of the Old God Things. What set are we in again? Whispers of the Old God Things of pass, 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 pass until turn 5. It's Priest. But you knew it was bad that last time when you had that much card advantage and we're playing that much card draw. Guess the alternative, looking back, could have been to play no loot hoarders and just save those for later. There's Prophet Velen, who is hiding so much. Somebody's got to play a minion at some point. It's not going to be me. I love the turn time here. 1 minute versus 14 seconds. Okay, there's the War Axe. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'd love to hold on to coin, but I don't think I'm going to be able to. Let's go ahead and do that. Mind Blast. Good news is that we could have a really good Therissian in 2 turns. Alright. Because if this is Control Warrior, we're going to need pretty much all this burst, the flash heals, the Mind Blast. We're going to need to reduce the cost. So our goal is going to be to live long enough, which means developing Justicar and healing ourselves as much as possible. Cthulhu Warrior, that's a little terrifying because of new Shield Maiden. Can make things go out of control really fast. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Cthulhu list, some of them will run Gorehouse, some of them won't. I want to develop the board now. And it's on curve, so why not? We got a Pyromancer. We got a Pyromancer Holy Nova combo, which is good. The feeling we're going to need it. Second Pyromancer. Alright, we can afford to do ourselves a little bit of damage here.
Welcome to the Grand Tournament, champion.
Our goal's the OTK. We just got to control the board ahead of time. So there we go. Does he have another option here? Ravaging Ghoul.
You have the artifact.
Okay. It's a less similar to what I run on EU. Except I don't have Revenge because I'm not that far in. But I think Elise works really well with... It works really well as kind of being a body that can counter aggro. Plus it gives you an alternate win condition because... As I've said previously a few times, the absolute best... let's put it this way. Well, first off, the absolute best decks for aggro or anti-aggro pretty much are going to be... Or I'm just losing my train of thought. Let's go ahead and make the play first, and then we'll talk. What it boils down to, very simply, is that Cthulhu decks... While not being the most viable pieces of work lately, and that's a little sad that I dropped both of them, but we do have Holy Nova comes down to it. We do actually have Alchemy as well. The key thing, once again, is that we just need Emperor to knock this down before he can get up to possibly putting his armor to unreachable levels, which is the fear. So third card, he's not going to mill me. We do have a Shadow or Death. Excavated Evil might not be terrible, but I think the play is Alchemy here. Unless we get a Therissian. I mean, the other side of the coin is that with Prophet Velen, you can go into super duper fatigue. Let's see, what is he going to do? Whatever it is, he's thinking about it a lot. Or I'm a bad player because I'm taking less than half the time of him to make my turns. And I always like to tell myself, you know what, maybe I'm just spending so much of my turn thinking about what to do there. Doomsayer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so this is going to mill us, and we definitely do not want to be milled here. Holy Smite doesn't really matter very much. We want our other combo pieces, so let's go ahead and just heal up. Darkshire Alchemist. Good. Potential 5 damage to the face, or to something else that he might drop.
The end is coming!
He really wants me to skip some turns today. Alright, Embrace the Shadows, alright. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If only we had one more mana. I mean, I could... The one problem is that I could technically flash heal that down with hero power. But I just don't think that's a very good idea. So we're going to do it this way. As unbeknownst to him, I'm trying to get some cards too. Let's see how that goes. So double Doomsayer and Control Warrior. I can believe it. Everyone's playing Doomsayer lately because there's not a lot of sciences. He has a bunch of reactive cards, including probably a Brawl, which is where the one turn kill is going to be pretty important here. So let's not go ahead and cycle. This isn't as important because we have our powers now. And I'd like to get that shield down as much as possible, or that armor buff, whatever you call it. He's drawn a lot without really playing a lot. I guess the question is he going to shield slam this? Because this is going to be problematic enough having to deal with the extra armor. Execute on that, okay. Well, this is going to be a fun one, isn't it? Circle of Healing does pretty much nothing for me here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm just going to play it just to prevent getting milled. Now, how much damage do we have in hand right now? We really need Thurisian to knock down some of this. Right now, we have potentially 20 damage. We potentially have 30 damage in hand right now. Not like Velen's going to stick. We do have Embrace the Shadow. We just need one tick of Thurisian.
I have no time for games.
Alright. That is actually just fine. Okay, there's a second Mind Blast. The question is, do I care enough about that body? Let's see what we can get. Alkanai Soul Priest, that's pretty good. Yeah, that lets us go ahead and cycle some cards. Save our death for another day. If he wants to execute that as well, that's fine. So we have, with Velen, 5 damage. So we have 40 damage in hand. There's the Gore Howl that we love so much. Typically, that's what you want to save Harrison for. Like I said, I just really need Emperor. We're getting to the point where... Oh, Loot Hoarder.
Mind if I roll knee?
It's not awful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. Nobody's done damage to anybody. That's kind of the downside of this. Well, that changes that. So now he's going to be able to potentially armor up like crazy. So do we just get knocked out of one turn kill range? Oh, alright.
Is someone injured?
So there's Emperor. Will one tick of Emperor do it? He's almost at 50 health. It's going to be really close. But I don't think we have a choice. I mean, is there a good reason to wait? He's at 10 power for his other play right now. So we can at least see how much damage we do. Hopefully he weapons into this. My fear is that he's going to throw a Shield Maiden out and get 10 more armor. And that would be like the epitome of screwing up. That'd be the epitome of screwing everything up. You had to screw everything up. So yeah, he's at 60 health. We'll do the combo anyway.
Well played.
So let's see here. That's 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. Yeah, this is what it's supposed to look like in theory.
Not all wonder are lost.
But unfortunately, we just did not get our pieces in time, despite drawing through practically all of our deck. So that's too bad. But it's pretty fun, isn't it? Oh well.
Still have cards.
And this is the part where we lose.
You have better.
Let the hunt begin.
The light shall bring victory.
Alright, so facing off against aggro, we'll keep Holy Nova. Well, assuming it's aggro, it could be mid-range. It's actually probably mid-range. But at least, okay, so what we've had in the game so far, we had one that was literally, we want to draw Thurisian before his health could get out of control, and we didn't. Thurisian was one of the last cards. But I think one of the catches for that game, I call myself a little more unlucky than anything there, was that we didn't grab any of our Northshire Clerics or Power Word Shields while they were relevant. So that kind of stunk. The other game was just Priest getting too far ahead and we didn't have answers. We'll see if we have answers here. Like I said, this is... Well, not like I said, but this is definitely not a deck for the faint of heart. Stampeding Kodo. Is that 2 or 3 health? 2. Okay, so we're not too bad off there. Would be nice to get one of our lower cost minions here earlier, at least just to challenge the board a little bit. But crazier things have happened in Hearthstone. So we are playing the Priest game of pass, 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 turn 5.
I wonder. It's getting hot in here.
Okay.
That seems like it.
It's a little bit of card draw. Which I guess he could Kodo it if he decides to get that out, so... Misha, which is unfortunate. Alright, so once again, we're not getting things that we can actually play on the board. Mind Blast could be okay. Auchenai at least challenges the board. I guess our mode of clearing is going to be to actually Holy Nova. We're not as far down in health as we could be. I wonder if he's going to kill command this, though. Which, if he does, so be it. We've got other heals we can do. Okay, he's actually trading. Definitely values that 4 health, or 4 attack, 4 health taunt.
Just a pinch of vigor.
Alright. Oh, look, it's practically called a wild. Alright. Okay, have we been dropped too far down at this point? Maybe. But all is not lost. This could be a good matchup where we use Velen if we can draw a flash heal to actually heal ourselves out of danger. Because right now, we're pretty far in danger. And once again, this deck, the person who created on competitive Hearthstone, keep in mind as well, is that he's playing in a different metagame than I am right now, just in terms of where we are looking at. I say that because this is unranked play. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do the turn like this. Attack you. Those are 1/1 spiders.
A new recipe.
Play you. That. Probably more important that I heal myself here. Especially since I'll be able to set up a heal for 4 next turn, as nice as it would be at the Loot Hoarder. Once again, this could be a Velen self-heal game. Okay. That's reasonable. Fortunately, I can clear this. Fortunately, I can definitely clear this.
Right away.
That's fine.
Welcome to the
This is the
Grand
play I want to make.
Tournament champion.
Because now this opens up the possibility of Velening myself for 8. If it comes down to it. Or we just die right now. I mean, that's also a thing. Alright, Harrison, a little late for that. I mean, as sad as the play is in a way, we could, while Pyromancer possibly spell here, but I think it is just going to be
Not all who wander are lost.
Velen for 8.
Disqualified.
So there's our win condition out the window. Once again, if we look at the cards that we have, we didn't draw any circles, we didn't draw any flash heals. He drew a second Call of the Wild, though, in the upper half of his deck, so well played there. Not much you can do about that, right? Embracing the Shadow. Do we win? I really don't think we win. Okay, we gotta do this. That doesn't help. Alright, that's 12 damage. 12 plus 8, we're close, but not quite.
I foresaw.
Oh well. So, 1 turn kill deck. Like I said, we had 1 game that got away with it from us, and 2 games that were kind of over before they started. It's really interesting that we have all this card draw, and for whatever reason I wasn't able necessarily to take advantage of it, but sometimes that's how the cards go. And that's why I don't have a problem putting a video where I go 0-3 up here. That doesn't mean the deck's trash by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, I'll be practicing it some more, and if I get some different results, which I expect I will, we'll do this again. What I did mention in the last video is that this was a deck that he used for climbing ladder, and on ladder you don't necessarily see the same distribution of classes there. There's a lot of Tempo Warrior, which is kind of a problematic matchup. A lot of Shaman, however you pronounce it. A lot of Miracle Rogue. Both the Shaman and the Rogue matchups are supposedly good with this deck, which is really the part that piqued my interest a bit, at least from his numbers, because Shaman and Rogue are typically bad matchups for Priest, so being able to get the burst out's nice. We did get to see the burst combo. Unfortunately, Theresian decided not to show up till the end, and there's always things that I can do differently there, but that's it for now. This is Asher. 1 turn kill Priest, where we lose 3 games. So it goes. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.